So welcome back to Nagoya Cast. This is William here. Today I'd like to talk about bargains in the city of Nagoya. And I'd like to talk about bargains in three areas, namely entertainment, shopping, and eating. So I hope that you enjoy the cast. Alright, so first up, I'd like to talk about some of the most outsider places in Japan. Those happen to be the hot water springs, the hot springs known as onsen. And these places are they're pretty ubiquitous in Japan. I mean, they're everywhere, and it's not really difficult to access them. There's a place in Nagoya called Capsule. It's a hot spring, an onsen, which has inside of it, so it's pretty convenient. You can go inside of the onsen, spend some time there, get really relaxed, and then after that, just go right outside and have a meal, with traditional Japanese food or Western food if you like. And they also have like an arcade room, and I mean it's really a dynamic place. There's a lot you can get done there, and it's not too expensive. In fact, you can go inside the onsen for less than $4. So, and you can stay in there as long as you like, all day if you like. When I lived in Nagoya, I was quite busy at the time when I first moved there, so I was unable to really enjoy that onsen, that hot water spring, until about 6 months after I began residing in Nagoya. But after I went there, it totally changed my life because I was able to relax and also experience the side of Japan. I mean, by going to hot spring, I was able to experience the side of Japan that I had never experienced before. So I definitely recommend it for anybody who wants to go. And if you're looking at the picture right now on the screen, the picture in front of you is not a picture of the Capsule Onsen in Nagoya. But it is a picture of, I guess, an onsen and what the Japanese also call a lotemburo. Lotemburo is just like an open air bath. So it's both in one, which is pretty nice if you can manage to find one. The onsen in Nagoya happens to have a lotemburo in it as well. So you can, once you go in, you can get into the regular, I guess, onsen hot water bath inside, and when you want to go outside, you can go up the stairs and sit in a lotemburo, an open air bath, which which actually has no ceiling, so it's out in the open. The good thing is there are walls all around, so no one will actually see you while you're there, and it's a pretty nice experience, especially when it's cold and when it's snowing. So if you go to Nagoya, go to the Capsule Onsen. Alright, moving on, I like to talk about places where you can go if you're really hungry. I recommend going to a local Lawson. And Lawson is just a convenience store, and it's everywhere. There has to be a Lawson on every second or third block in the city. So Lawsons are quite convenient, and they sell nikumanju and nikujaga, and they sell like all of these I guess cheap traditional Japanese foods that you can get when you're in a rush or when you're in a hurry. One thing that comes to mind about my experience there is that sometimes when it gets extremely cold, you can go and purchase this hot coffee. It's coffee in a can, and they've been stored in like this heater. And you can take them out and you can drink them like while they're hot. And it's the best feeling in the world. So you're outside in like 32-degree weather, and you can have this hot coffee can in your hand and drinking. So yeah, Lawson's are, it's a great place to get those kinds of things. Finally, today I'd like to talk to you about where to go for shopping if you need something like extremely cheap, like clothes, or you want to get a nice gift for your friends back home, but you want to get something that's not too expensive. I recommend going to a place called Josko. And Josko also is not a store that's only in Nagoya. It can be found throughout Japan. However, the reason why I recommend Josco is because it's extremely cheap. And if you decide to go to the hot spring that I mentioned earlier, which is in the center of Nagoya, you can take a bus from a place called Kanayama, which is not so far, maybe 10 minutes from that onsen, which goes directly to Josco, which is a really, really big convenience store which sells everything at a discount. And it's you can get clothes there, you can get name brand stuff that's really, really cheap. And Josco's have McDonald's, and they also have Japanese fast food restaurants, and they have places where you can take your kids as well if you have a family, and just sit back and relax and enjoy the place. So it's a pretty big place. Oh, and by the way, there's also a Lawson in that area as well, so you can enjoy Lawson too. Alright, well, that's all I have for you today.